Hi, welcome to another episode of Walking the Path. Today I'm in Manchester city centre in England. For those of you that are watching from abroad, I'm at a place called One Angel Square. I love that address. I've been speaking in this amazing building behind me. It's actually one of the top 10 buildings in the world for environmentally conscious and sustainability. I've been speaking for an organisation who I've known for years and years called the Co-op. They're retailers. I've been a customer of theirs. I shop there all the time. It's the first time though I've spoken for them, and I am quite wowed actually by them. They have such an amazing sense of purpose. They were founded 175 years ago by a group of 18, I think it was, weavers who were unhappy with their situation of food, and they formed a cooperative, and now they are such a large organisation within the United Kingdom and abroad, and they do so much good work for so many people. Yesterday there were many of their suppliers at the conference, people like Microsoft and British Telecom. Many organisations, of course, have had goal mapping, but I was just so proud that Co-op now want to use goal mapping, and in fact will be using the online system to work with their partners like Microsoft and British Telecom to set goals together. And one of the great things that Co-op does is they put a lot of profit back into the local community, and they fund a lot of academies and schools. And yesterday they brought in children from one of the local academies here to contribute to the day and to talk about some of the issues facing the world, some of the problems locally, and what could be done with Co-op support to help. There were 15 working groups with students on each of the groups. And one of the common themes that came again and again with the students was to help the homeless. And Co-op are looking at ways that they can distribute unused food and help those that are hungry and in need, and also what they can do about the people sleeping rough on the streets here. And there are so many of them. I was a little shocked in my hometown in the south of England on the Isle of Wight. It's really not something we see, people being homeless, but here in the city centre there is a lot. I came up early on the first night so that I'd be here ready, and decided to go out for something to eat, and was recommended to a really good steak restaurant where I went, and I passed homeless people on the way, and even though the meal I had was amazing, it didn't leave a good taste in my mouth. I kept thinking about the people and how cold it is further up north in England here than what I'm used to down south on the Isle of Wight. And I had no cash. I went to the cash machine and got some money, and I bought some food, and I went out and shared with some people. And it reminded me of a situation in my own life years ago when I was homeless. My home had been repossessed. I was in a great deal of debt. I'd started work as a trainer, but I was still in quite a hard situation. I wasn't sleeping on the street. I had friends that were helping me, and I was sleeping on my friend's sofa at the time. And an American trainer had come over to teach us the work of Tony Robbins. I was also learning how to teach Stephen Covey's material. And I was walking with this American trainer one day, and we walked past a homeless person, and my friend was speaking, and his accent was very American and a little loud. And the homeless guy on the street held up his cup, and he shook the cup, and the coins that he had in there rattled a little. And the homeless guy said, "What's the greatest nation in the world?" And my friend that I was talking with, thinking that his American accent had been heard, sort of looked at him and said, "America?" And the homeless guy said, "No, greatest nation on the world is donation." And he held up the cup again. and we both gave some money. Donation gives a great feeling to both the person giving as well as the person receiving. And whatever you can give, being a go-giver as well as setting goals to be a go-getter is just such an important aspect of true success. Even if all you can give is a smile, some compassion perhaps for somebody in a difficult situation. None of us really know how our future will go, and if we all do a little, if we all help where we can, then it adds up to making the world a better place. It's approaching Christmas as I record this message, and here in Manchester in the city centre they've set up a lot of festivities. There are food stalls and bars that have been erected through the pedestrian areas, and a lot of very beautiful, tempting things on display and for sale. And of course it must be such an absolutely miserable time for the people living rough on the street, being surrounded by this festive good cheer and yet feeling so little of it for themselves. So whatever you can do, my friends, whatever you can give and share, please share with those that are most in need and help make their Christmas as enjoyable as it can be under the difficult situation and circumstance that they face. So whatever path you're on, whatever journey you're making, whether you're walking alone or making that journey with others, set your goals, set some goals to give as well as goals to receive, and together we can all cooperate and help make the world a better place. From Manchester City Centre, I wish you lots of love. Take care. Keep moving along your path. Bye for now.